Hello, my name is Dan Ritko, and I've been an international educator for almost 20 years and an administrator for over a decade. I'm currently registered with TIE. Please feel free to review my complete file with TIE or Search Associates if you access their file. I'd like to talk to you today about what makes me a very strong administrative candidate. First and foremost, I feel that the needs of my learners have to come first. So when I recruit and place and professionally develop my faculty, all of those efforts, as well as budgetary considerations, curriculum, are centered upon the needs of learners. Let me elaborate on that point for a little bit. I think that the way that learners learn best is through differentiated learning styles and assessment strategies. So what we need to do as educators is to ensure that the students have a differentiated curriculum and a differentiated way of instruction. This means that teachers don't use stir and serve recipes. They don't rely completely on standardized tests. What they need to do is to tailor lessons to the individual needs of learners and then assess those needs in a diverse yet pedagogically sound manner. And through different ways of doing this, we can gauge accurately what students are supposed to learn and if they are learning it. These ESLRs, expected school-wide learning results, and specifically student learning outcomes, can be fairly accurately evaluated in this way. Then legitimate action has to be taken in order to fine-tune, tweak, if you will, the lessons and the assessment strategies that we're using to meet those kids' needs. This will prepare them to be fully functioning 21st century learners. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that students today, more than at any other time in history, are bombarded daily with information through social media, technology, etc. As educators, especially as an administrator such as myself, my job is to make sure that technology is a meaningful and authentic part of the learning process for these kids. That doesn't mean that we just stick them in front of a video or a TV screen or a computer screen. What it means is that we have to have clearly defined parameters and expectations of what we want them to learn and how they're going to learn it. Again, this speaks to differentiated learning through solving real-world individual and group assignments, as well as various different ways of assessing what they've learned, not just standardized tests, but through projects, through portfolios, through various assignments that reflect what we want them to learn. They also have to be able to communicate clearly, and that means enhancing their reading and their writing and their understanding of what they're accessing. It also means that they've got to present this information through social media as well as through traditional means in ways that people can understand them and skills that will benefit them. We also have to make sure that kids have access to the latest information through Access Research. There are many organizations that can facilitate this. I belong to the National Association of Secondary School Principals, as well as ASCD, and I read a great deal about most current issues. As educators, and especially as an administrator, I feel it's very important that we keep up to date on what the best styles and the best assessment means are out there for learning and for showing what our kids, what we need to show them in terms of becoming fully functioning learners for the 21st century. That also means that they have to be socially responsible through habits of mind, through social networking, through citizenship activities. Kids have got to be responsible global citizens who will basically become the next generation of stewards of our planet. And again, this is critically important for the future of humanity. Now, I think it's important to know that we as educators are not just one-dimensional individuals. For instance, lots of the things that I'm presenting to you today seem very upfront and really boring, but they're not. If we differentiate how we approach our craft, if we make sure that we as educators show the importance of learning to our students through modeling it, through upgrading, through constantly taking courses, through professional development. Now, as an administrator, that's my job. I have to ensure that I hire the best faculty and that I retain them. How do I do that? Well, I have to give them meaningful opportunities to feel fulfilled as professionals. So I have to facilitate that. I also have to supervise them. I also believe in empowering educators to make sure that they do their jobs. Let's not forget that students learn best through their teachers. So we need a highly educated, highly intelligent group of staff who can continuously improve themselves, and through that self-improvement and classroom experience and also instructional ability, they can help our kids learn the best. This interview is very brief. What I'd really encourage you to do is to look at my full files again, whether it's on Tire Search Associates, or we can conduct a Skype interview. Again, it's been a pleasure to present my limited views in this limited opportunity to you on these educational issues. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you again soon.